Thank you, Mr. Stephen Chin. In fact, we didn't know you only get an allowance of $750. Now we feel a bit of a conscience when we ask him to do things for us. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Stephen Chin. I would like to call upon Mr. Chang. Mr. Chang is actually the Secretary General of the House Buyers Association, National House Buyers Association. And he has been most helpful. He's Mr. NGO. As far as I've known Mr. Chang, not very long, a few months only. He is Mr. NGO. He is very helpful. He volunteers for a lot of things. He's also a MPSJ councillor, member of the one-stop centre that was set up to speeden things up, for the rakyat. And we have had to depend a lot on Mr. Chang's advice, actually, going forward with our own taman. And today he has volunteered, he has consented to come down all the way from Genting, where he's having a convention of lawyers trying to draft some new guidelines under the Housing Ministry law. And so we have got somebody who is right in the thick of things, coming to brief us about something which is so grey, guarded and gated communities. Without further ado, I think I would like to call Mr. Chang to come and address us and take Q&A later. Mr. Chang, please.
Selamat petang, Sama Muhibah. Yang berbahagia Stephen Chin, Ahli Majlis MPSJ, perangkat JKP Zone 9, Zone 7. Okay. Ramesh, Chia, Mr. Yip, congratulations on your successful formation of your Puchong Hartamas Resident Association. My name is Chang Kim Long. I'm the Secretary General of National House Buyers Association. I'm also accompanied by Susie Lau, who is the Assistant Secretary of HBA. Let me give you an insight on what HBA is all about. We set up this National House Buyers Association because we felt that the house buyers were not represented when it comes to dealings against developers. The main purpose why we were formed about 6 years ago was because we thought that we should give a fight against the developers. Developers have their own association called Radar, whereas house buyers are not represented. That's why we took it up. We set up our own NGOs, a gang of us, lawyers, architects, engineers, gang up together and want to teach these developers a lesson. So much so, we are now in drafting committees. We're in drafting committees, the Strata title, X663 Building Common Property Act, where the JMD are formed all that, as well as housing laws. Our main target is basically the build and sell. Ultimately, what we want is that our children and our children's children enjoy the benefit of having a house first before buying one, Meaning we expect developers to build first, rather than, we pay a price for a pie in the sky, kind of thing, all that, okay? While you all choose to sit down when I'm standing, it's not fair. I'd rather that you all stand up when I stand up. So therefore, I decided to sit down. Let me take a chair and sit down. I feel more comfortable sitting down. Okay.
That one I apologize, sir.
Now, without a few interested and dedicated people to form an RA down here, to spearhead the formation, it is the probability of getting anywhere will be nothing at all. So accordingly, I'm glad that you have got your this Puchong Hartamas committee. I think you have got people who are well versed in this area around here, who has got a history. People like Chia has got a history helping you all to address problems with the developer. Okay. Now, I've also brought along some books for you all. Some books. One of the books that we wrote on electing council members. How do you identify the characteristic of good leadership? Good leadership. I pass you the books first.
Can we have permission to post it up on the net?
Yes, you can. You can. I've got extra copies here. Even you told me that some of the president of the other resident associations are here. I brought extra copies, so you can pass it over to them. Here you are. Ramesh, this for you. Some extra photocopies. Post it on the net. Basically, it's an article we wrote on electing council members in your home community. What are the characteristics of a good leadership? It's all in there. Okay. House Buyers Association is also on the committee of Pemuda. Pemuda is basically an organization set up by the federal government to expedite, apart from just registration of property, or like to expedite doing business. One of the things that the Pemuda has come out with is the issuance of passport. Passport comes out now within 1 day. It used to take months and months, all that, weeks or weeks. Now we have embarked into registration of property. When you buy and sell property, all that, you send your title for registration at the land office. It takes months. You send the property over to the stamp office for adjudication. It takes months. Now the government has come out with a new format, launched just last week only. The federal government is going to sort out this e-taksiran as well as e-pendaftaran within 2 days. That is fantastic. Within 2 days, from a day to day, you put in your property that you want to transfer to your children, or you want to sell a property to a person, individual. That adjudication takes only 1 day. 1 day. Morning, put in next day, you get a taksiran, stamping value is available. As for the registration, similarly, you take your title deed to the land office for registration with the memorandum and the transfer duly stamped on that. It takes 1 day. So this 2-day golden rule is now has been sorted out already. All the land office is all agreed already, and we have come up with a book, Guideline on Registration of Property in Malaysia. You can have a walkthrough here. It is simple English. It is also conducive for your purpose also. Whatever things you need to put in your website, you let us know. We'll get the relevant permission to you, so that the entire community here will be enlightened. Okay. We have also set up a special task force, to monitor, to make sure that this 2-day rule is not derailed by land office or stamping office or that. Because there are a lot of government servants, you can say it's 2 days, they will try to frustrate it, somehow along the way to make it impossible. So that is why we have got a special monitoring group to ensure that this 2-day golden rule is strictly adhered. You can email over to us. Here you are, Ramesh, another book for you. I've got 1 or 2 more extra copies in my car. Stephen, I'll pass you 1 copy afterwards. Now I'll go into the gated garden. Okay. There are several abridging versions of gated garden enclaves in the housing estates. All this sprouting up in the Klang Valley. Okay. People barricade themselves into fortresses, all that. It was reported in the newspaper that crime rate has come down. That's what they say, crime rate has come down. We don't believe it as far as we're concerned. We don't want people to be sitting ducks in their own home. So in this kind of cases, you have got your own self-help program here. Developers sold this gated garden community over to you, and you want to have a continuity here. I mean, that is good, Rather than disband the whole gated garden, all that, have a continuity. The developers was able to, establish your resident association, or rather had a hand in it to help out. They recognize you all, so be it. Now just to legalize that guard house only. That was a subject of a dispute down here.
To see where it falls.
Okay. Now, in the first place, we need not have gated garden at all. After all, the whole of Malaysia is already gated garden. That's why we have got immigrations, we have got customs, we have got police patrolling onto our borders. Yeah, exactly. Why are we trying to gate ourselves all over again? It doesn't make sense. It is because crime rate has gone up, and we have got no confidence in the police. That's why we gate ourselves up. On the other context of it, it is a developer who sold you all a marketing tool. Now, gated garden is a concept a developer came up with. And then they sold you that marketing ploy. Yeah, you come in, you get everything guaranteed, all that. But after 1 year, they wash their hands and walk off. That's what is happening a lot. Okay? So, but to us, this is one of the marketing, ploy by developers, all that. Gimmicks to ask, to attract you all to come in, all that. But then, like I say, after all, Malaysia is always gated garden anyway. But the problem is, corruption in the country is so rampant. Even our Air Force engines also get stolen. Where the ton also can get stolen. I don't understand. And that is supposed to be a restricted military base, if the military is so lousy in their work, what's going to become of us all? Similarly, we bought the submarine, billions of dollars down there, they cannot die. Now that it can die, we do not know whether it can come back up or not. Now the resident association, all this because we don't have, the federal was supposed to come out with this federal law on gated guarded, There are a lot of sections under the law that need to be changed before it becomes legalized, okay? Let me tell you the legal perspective of it all.